Good morning, everybody. Well, excuse me. Welcome to Possibilities Cafe. I'm Karen Barno, your host. I want to make today's discussion a little bit different. Over the past week, I've really been wrestling with the direction of my side hustle and trying to figure out if I'm headed in the direction that allows me to serve the most people while making my heart sing. Because I really believe there's a formula for success. And once you get that formula locked in and you know, you can resonate with my formula of success or somebody else's, but there's just certain steps. And if you take these steps, it will play out that you will achieve success because they're proven steps that have worked since the dawn of time. It's kind of like, I don't know how many of you saw the movie, I'm sure everybody did really, The Secret. It's a formula. It really is, but everybody only shows pieces of it. For instance, in The Secret, there was a law of attraction. And what you think about brings about. But if you're gonna sit, on your couch and pretend you're driving a sports car, that isn't gonna happen. And so I've really been wrestling with what the formula is for success, because I believe healing your past is a big component. I think healing your past is a step. It's almost like if you picture a triangle, the first triangle is, it has to be, I actually took notes, because last night I was saying I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning all night thinking, what am I missing? And I finally said, God, what am I missing? I really feel like you want me to be positioned differently, but I don't know where. And I keep asking him, although I like to think of she, but I keep asking him for guidance, and finally last night I fell asleep about 4:45 this morning after being up all night, and I woke up and I got it. And that's the cool thing about God. You just never know how he works. I mean, sometimes it's a hit on the head. Sometimes he drops a book on you and you're like, ow, that hurts, and you think about what you were thinking, and that's his way of saying. So he kind of came up with what I took as the success formula. The first one is you have to take leadership. You have to take leadership for you. You can't allow other people to lead you, but you have to lead yourself. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be one of those people that, everybody run up the hill with me. That fits me. That's what I like. I like saying, okay, everybody, I'm not really sure what's up on that top of that hill. I think it's your goals and dreams, but the journey is what matters. And when we get up there, maybe we'll find out, not so much, but then we can take another hill. I mean, that's all life is about. It's about climbing hills and the joy along the path and the things you learn that when you get halfway up the hill, you're like, no, I didn't really want this. I thought I did, but not. So you switch. So you have to take leadership for yourself, for your actions, for what you do, for how you present yourself, for your goals, for your vision. You can't ask the world to help you. It's not that the world won't help you, but then you're following somebody else's vision. And I have, I believe in blue rose. Blue rose is, you can't have a blue rose. It's impossible to create in nature. So it's more of a mythical, magical. And the blue rose kind of massages my more spiritual side, my more spiritual longing that I don't think I let out as much as I should. The Possibilities Cafe is me. And if you followed me, you've seen me bounce back and forth because Possibilities Cafe is very spiritual to me. It's very hope. Because to me, you always have hope. In your darkest day, and I've had many, many soul-crushing, laying on the, Formica floor in the bathroom, sobbing moments. But I always knew in the back of my mind that no matter how bad it would get better. When I was in a motorcycle accident, I was seriously injured and I was in a coma and everything else, I just knew inherently, and maybe that's where I got it from, I just knew inherently all would be well. And I didn't know inherently about the $25,000 medical bill, but I knew all would be well. So you have to take leadership for yourself. Don't look for somebody to save you. Don't look for somebody to give you the answers. The answers you want are inside. Then you have to get clear. That's like the second part of the triangle over here. I don't know what you'd call that. You math people, I should call my husband. You math people know. You have to get clear on what you want. What are your desires? What do you really want? So many of us get caught up in careers where we get into this job, you know, and I'm 62, so I've had my share of jobs where you get into jobs and it's like, man, I love this job. And 3 years later, you're like, not so much. But you get caught. You get stuck in the job because you get stuck in the paycheck. And I've seen that happen to so many people. And I'll talk to them and be like, well, why don't you switch jobs if you're not happy? Well, I get paid well, but you're not happy, but I get paid well. It's that human experience. It's all part of evolving. So you have to get crystal clear on what you want, because once you know what you want, you can ask the universe. You can say, hey, God, I'm crystal clear. This is what I want. This is my desire. Please help me. And the pathway will clear. And people will show up in your path that you never expected to show up. And people will walk up and say, hey, I can help you do that. And you'll be like, well, where'd you come from and who are you? That's how the universe works when you're crystal clear. And if you're not crystal clear, let me know. You can jump over to onto my website, KarenBarner.com. I have a Get Clear in Your Business program set up. I just set it up last night because you've got to have clarity. I set the price at $145, but I think during the pandemic, I might drop it to $97, kind of offer a special, still bouncing that one around. I mean, my head's been spinning since, 5 o'clock this morning. And then this third piece is you have to heal. And I think that's one of my problems. I think I put healing at the very top, because to me, you have to heal your blocks. To me, to get to where you want to go, you have to heal. And if you don't heal on your own, God or the universe, whichever way you swing, will make you. Something will happen in your life to cause you to stop. Something in your life will cause you to slow down. And I kind of look at this COVID-19 as that. To me, it's a world pause. We can't go as fast as we can, or so they say. I've been the busiest I've been in a long time. But you don't have things coming at you. There's nobody in the office. The phone doesn't ring that often. Everything's a different pace. So yeah, you might be working a lot more hours, but it's just a different pace. And when you're alone, you think. It's just how this works. So as you think, you start seeing your blocks. You start seeing what gets in your way. But if you're not to that third leg, you're not ready to heal those blocks, because you don't want to look at them, because you're not ready to take leadership of yourself, or you're not clear on what you want. Those two have to come first before you can heal your blocks, before you can say, okay, Karen, you keep doing this. I've kind of have a tendency to be half-assed. Half-ass a podcast, I'll half-ass this. And it's me sabotaging myself. And I just realized that recently. I take myself very seriously, but I don't appear to do too. And that's kind of a sabotage. So, I would have thought I had all these blocks healed, because God knows I've spent 20 years healing the freaking things. But it's not how it works. Every time you heal one, another one comes up. Again, that's part of the amazing journey on this planet, as we get to keep looking inside. And each time you heal one, you have this amazing inner peace. You have this amazing calmness. Because you look around and you say, you're right. This is why such and such. And it doesn't matter which one it is. When you heal it, you just feel calm. And each one you heal, it's like going down a yellow brick road. Except the yellow brick road is not as quick as it was in The Wizard of Oz. The yellow brick road is a very long journey. But when you get to the end of the yellow brick road, there really is a great Oz there ready to give you anything and everything, except at the end of the yellow brick road, the great Oz is God. So imagine everything that you want in your life, and imagine it can be possible, because it can be. If you can see it, you can have it. So I really, like I said, I'd asked people for questions today, and I got questions, and I also wrote those down as well. But I really thought this was more important, at least for me. It was more important for me to say, my podcast, Blue Rose Podcast, is going to turn over to Possibilities Cafe. You're going to see everything turn over to Possibilities Cafe, because that's who I am. I am about the possibilities. I will try anything once. And yes, that's gotten me into trouble more times than once. You know, will I jump off the river, the bridge trestle over the river? Why not? Sure, I'll do it once. You know, of course, you forget that there's boats coming. Lucky for me, I timed that one. You know, will I jump off I won't even tell the crazy things I've done. Because I'll try anything once. Rappel off of Mount Lemmon in Tucson? Sure, you know, how hard could that be? It really was fun. If you've never gone rappelling, you gotta go. Try it. You have to drink from the nectars of the gods. You really do. You're put on this planet. Live it. Don't live in fear. That's the other thing I hope people have learned about COVID-19. Fearing it doesn't heal it. Fearing it doesn't keep it away from you. Fearing it doesn't put you into a bubble. All fear is doing is making you scared, and when you fear things, it has a tendency to show up because fear is a way to sabotage yourself. And I think that COVID-19 is teaching people to move past fear, to understand that things happen. And COVID-19 will impact everybody differently. Like I said, I come out of it as a universal pause. You know, the environment's had a chance to clean up. If you ever watch the cams from Yellowstone Park and the different San Diego Safari Zoo, not the zoo where they're caged, the Safari Zoo where they roam around. These are happy animals. I mean, in Yellowstone Park, they're laying right on the middle of the roads. And I can't think of the other park. I was just there. Well, I was there a couple of years ago. They have a 19-hole golf course. All the animals are laying on the golf course because they can. It's giving the animals a chance to reset. It's just a universal pause. So while you guys are in this universal pause, think about what you want. And remember, your dreams are XL dreams. Your dreams are extra large. We're all put here with extra large dreams. But for some reason, we settle for the small. Sometimes, okay, the medium. Few go for a large, and only very few, like the Oprahs of the world, go for extra large. So instead of living in your small dreams, go after the big dreams. So what if you fail? You know, climb that mountain. So what if you don't get to the top of the mountain? It's the journey, and it really is. It's the fun, it's the self-exploration, it's the meeting people along your way. And then saying, okay, that didn't quite work out as I'd wanted, or I've changed my mind. You know, like I said, Blue Rose will stay. Blue Rose will always be there because Blue Rose is very spiritual. You know, a lot of you that follow me, watch me wrestle with the spiritual, practical side because I can be very practical. I'm very pragmatic, but very spiritual. So imagine that being together. You know, I live in a black and white world, but as a very spiritual being, it's an interesting journey within this craziness. Set your dreams, you guys. Sit down, set your dream. What do you want? What do you want? It doesn't have to lock you in. It doesn't mean that 6 months from now you can't say, nope, I didn't want that dream and toss it in the trash can. But I started this by saying, excuse me, I dropped my paper. I started this by saying, there's a success formula. And I finally figured out, to me, the success formula is L, leadership of you, plus C, clarity. You got to have clarity of what you want, minus beliefs. You've got to heal your beliefs. If you do those 3 steps, that triangle, you will find success. You won't be able to help but to find success. But you have to take chances. You got to get out there and explore. So get out there. Dip your toes in different water. Look around. What makes your heart sing? Try it. Doesn't mean you're locked in. If you don't like that, move on. You know, I'm a video person who writes books. And this is such a weird thing. I was talking to somebody yesterday on their podcast, and she's like, I never knew you wrote books because you don't like to write. I said, I know, but I like to write books. It's the craziest thing. And in fact, I think I'm going to be in a book called Reinventing Your 9 to 5. I think that's the title. I think that's she just named it. She has 50 business women to write articles about why they joined business. And that's a video for another day because that was a very cathartic moment for me when I realized that like 4 years old, I wanted to be a CEO. Isn't that crazy pants how this universe went? Oh, well, I think I've gone on for a long time. I've gone on for 17 minutes. I wanted to try to keep this under 15. But like I said, if you joined me late, I was up all last night and just finally asked God, you know, I'm not there. I'm still 3 feet from gold. I just can't seem to put it together to where it makes me happy. I like Blue Rose. I like Blue Rose podcast, and I like that, but it's just not, it doesn't say who I am. And then it hit me, you know, I woke up and I had to get a piece of paper out. Here's my piece of paper. And I had to scribble down, take leadership, get clear, heal. L+C-B=S, success. And it was like, you're right, because Possibilities Cafe to me is about possibility, it's about hope. And we always, always have hope. In your darkest moments, you have hope. So I hope this helped you guys. Possibility Cafe will stay. I don't know about 8 a.m. I keep wrestling with that, but every time I want to move this, I get something that slides in on my paid job at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't want to go that much later because I have a lot of fans on the East Coast because that's where I'm from, and I don't want to dip into their 8, 9 o'clock at night. So we'll figure that out. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know if anybody asked any. I didn't see any come in, but the way I think I have my camera, I might not know. I meant to turn my laptop on, but forgot. Go out and find out what's possible in your life. Excel your dreams. Live without fear. I mean, hell, if you can make it through COVID-19, it's all good. So let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to coach you in my Clarity program, jump over to my website. Better yet, just send me an email because like I said, I think earlier, I said it at 1:47 for 60 minutes. And I think during the pandemic, and I set that yesterday afternoon, and I'm called to lower it probably to 97 to make it a little bit more palpable. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. To everybody. So if you're interested, it's a 60-minute where we're just going to sit down and get clear on your life and your business. Because once you get clear on what you really want to do, I swear when I woke up this morning, I heard the angels sing. I am not lying to you. I swear I heard an applause of like, you finally freaking got it. So let me know if I can help you guys. I still have my Heal Your Past, Be the Shooter of Your Past stories on my Facebook page, but that's kind of the third leg, and I think that goes too deep too fast. So we'll see. Let me know how you guys are doing. Thank you for being in Possibilities Cafe. Here's to, your possibilities. It's time for you to get out and ignite them. Get going, you guys. Climb your mountain. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.